Hey, we are live in living color. Welcome to another episode of Meet the Shu podcast. I'm Sade.
I'm Nina. What up, Wednesday?
Happy Wednesday, guys. Tune on in. We got something to talk about here. So, girl, finally, the Paris Louvre is open for the public to come, view the museum.
Okay.
In Paris. So the Louvre is in Paris. A lot of people go visit there. Millions of people go visit. And a lot of people
Now, what
couldn't.
does it actually have in there that people are attracted to it?
So many different artifacts,
Okay.
memorabilia from way back in the
Okay.
biblical days or so.
Okay.
So this
It
heist
looks
was,
really pretty right there.
yeah, and they say it's really beautiful at night when it lights up. Uh,
Okay.
it was $102 million jewelry heist.
Okay.
102 million with a couple artifacts which were crowns of Napoleon's
Mm-hmm.
back when he was king, and
Okay.
whoever these people were, they posed as security.
Okay.
They went up a scaffold with a ladder from a bulldozer up to the third floor of the Apollo room into
Okay.
a and went into through a window. And I'm like,
Wow.
how do they know all this? You know what I'm saying? How do
Mm-hmm.
they know all this? It
Mm-hmm.
has to be an inside job or somebody that ever worked there in the past or something. But they got in
Okay.
there very easily. From what we're hearing, there were no cameras. The
What?
cameras did not face the jewelry, the
Hold
crowns of
it.
the jewelry.
Hold it. You said 102 million, not 1 million or 2 million. You said 102 million,
That's
right?
what they're estimating that artifact, those jewelry pieces for.
And to not have
And
a
they got
camera
over.
on it, and there was no camera.
Something is wrong.
That was an
There
inside
was no
job.
camera. It had
That
to be.
definitely was an
Hey,
inside job.
Will.
Hey, Chill Will,
It
how you
had to,
doing? Man, that was an
and
inside
they
job.
they were able to leave and
Okay.
vanish. And guess what they left on, Danina?
What?
They escaped on scooters, like motorbike.
With the art in their hand?
Yes, and then girl, look, they even dropped one of the crowns, girl. So they
Oh,
what they,
what?
they could have been the stupidest damn smart but stupid robbers. They dropped some
Yeah.
jewelry. So yeah.
They were amateurs, first of all.
They
Had
had
to
to.
be had to be amateurs because there's no way on this earth that somebody would be able to heist a Paris uh what is it, art museum,
Yes.
pick the art up, in their hand, worth 102 million, right?
Yes.
Pick
Yes.
the pick it up and hold it in their hand and then scoot down the street on scooters to get away. That was an inside job and they definitely were amateurs. Okay. We gonna that dude,
Either
that's just
scooters or
it.
motorbikes. I had to get that clarified. But yeah,
Huh?
yeah, they had
What?
either motorcycles or scooter bikes. I'm not sure, but they got away
Yeah,
with
yeah,
this
she
stuff. So
said.
okay,
That's what she
tell me
said.
this, Nina. So tell me this: how the
Well,
hell? What they gonna do with it? What will once they go home and wherever they're hiding out at?
right.
What are you gonna do with these pieces? Because you can't sell it.
You can't sell it, no.
No,
Well, they melted down. They
but
melted down.
they do have diamonds and ruby jewels all over
Yeah,
that.
they can take the chunks out and sell the individual chunks. It would probably take time for them to catch up to the diamond, what VVS and whatever amount or number or whatever that is
Right.
called, right? It would take them time to where they would pick who they sold it to. I'm pretty sure that they melted down, got the gold, got the silver, whatever, take the rubies and diamonds and whatever out of it and then sell them individually. So what we're saying is estimated at 102 million worth of jewelry. It was probably way more than that, I'm pretty sure.
Right, right. But you know
I'm
what?
pretty
It was a
sure.
joke going around, Nina, that someone said, "Well, how can they steal Napoleon's jewelry or crown when he stole
Mhm.
it?"
Yeah, they did say that back in the
He
day.
most
They
definitely
did.
stole everything. Went over to Africa and took it from all them kings and queens.
Yeah,
A lot of
I remember that.
jewelry, cups, and hey,
I
I
remember
guess.
that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I remember
it's
that.
something. Yeah, I'm like, okay now. But
I I seen this other speaking of jewelry, right?
hmm
We won't know at the moment where or who, they had connections. If they decided to steal it, they had to have a plug on who they was gonna
give it to.
sell it to, right?
Exactly.
Give it to
Most
and sell it
definitely.
to. And they were offered a nice amount of money for even taking the opportunity to get it. Because think if a person gets caught in Paris, plus their crimes and their sentences are far worse than ours, right? So they're not lenient on their people over there. And for them to take the chance on making sure that they didn't get caught because they don't have nobody, right? And there is no camera.
Hmm
You said on that third floor. So the
Right.
people that went and scoped it out and decided to do it, that was good planning for a long time.
Yeah, it was. It
They
had to
could
been
have they
long
could have they
for a
could have
long
dropped
time.
that on purpose. They could have
Maybe
dropped that on purpose.
that could be. That could be. That could be. We'll never know, and we'll see if they hey catch them because I'm
Yeah, I
quite
mean,
sure there's got to be cameras on the streets. Like there
right,
has
of
to be
course.
cameras on the streets.
Yeah. Leaving from there's cameras. Might not have been
Right.
none in there, but if they pulled off in scooters, the cameras took them to wherever those scooters stopped. Whatever
Mm,
car that the scooters got into, whatever house that they ended up at, it will take some time,
yeah.
just like any other country or any other state.
Yes.
It will take some time for them to catch up to them, but you can
Mm-hmm.
guarantee they will be caught.
Mm-mm.
I don't care
I
if
hate
it's
to be
10
them.
years. I don't care if it's 10 years from now.
Right.
They will be caught.
Okay. They sure will. I hate to be them.
Yeah. So
Most definitely.
there was another story that came out that was similar to that I want to speak on. There was a guy
Mm-hmm.
that was in a wheelchair. I believe I sent it to you, right?
Uh-huh.
He was in a wheelchair and he had done time. He had done 25 years in prison. And before he went to prison, he took his
Okay.
gold and silver and buried it in
Mhm.
his grandparents' backyard. And
Oh wow.
when he buried it in his grandparents' backyard, it still was there 25 years later, right? And so
Wow.
he took it to a gold and silver like district. I'm not for sure what city it was in, but it was just this week I seen it on Instagram that he was in a wheelchair. He went to the jeweler before they opened, and the guy at the jeweler had said, "Well, we saw you waiting outside, so we decided, we'd just let you in." So when he came in, he had like a handful of coins, right?
Uh-huh.
And when he set the coins on the counter, the guy took I guess a microscope.
Uh-huh.
He took a
Yeah, the little
microscope and put the microscope down on it
chain.
on
Uh-huh.
on each one of the coins and told him that when he added it up, it was 19,000, excuse me, $900. So then he asked the man, he said, he asked him, he said, "Well, how much was you thinking?" So this is a lesson to everybody, right?
Right. Right.
He was like, "How much do you think that this is worth?" So the dude was
Yeah.
like, "Oh, I don't know, about 10 or 15,000." So the dude put it on the scale and added it up and said 19,900. So the dude
Ooh.
was like, "Oh, good. Oh my God." So dude was like, "How about I give you Would you okay with that? He was like, yeah, I'm okay
Yes,
with that.
with
So then
coins,
guess what? But wait, so then guess what? They were all gold, right? And so then he said he added them up. He said he added another $100 on. He said, well, how about I just give you 20 grand? Would you like that? He was like, yeah, I would like that. So the man took the 20 grand. So saying that to say, you don't know what you have, right?
Yeah.
And in my situation, what I would have done is that no, I not only would I have taken it somewhere, I would have just asked what you could do for me, right?
Right.
And then I would say, okay, I'll be right back. I would have made it like, hey, it wasn't all mine or whatever, right? Okay. So you go to different places to see, who would give you the most. But when I was reading in the comment section was stating that it was on the money. And then other people were stating that, it was worth 40. They were worth 40 or 50 grand. So as we're seeing how money is exchanging and changing over, gold and silver don't change. So if you're putting your money and your investments into gold and silver, that will be the way to go, right? Because the value in his money did not change. He got that. He probably got that, off the street. Somebody might have bought something from him and they paid him in that. You know what I'm saying? So him having those buried in the ground all those years, that was a blessing that man came out and just came up on that money. I hope he did the right thing with it.
Okay, exactly. Because baby, right in these times, you need some money.
Yeah.
Take care of yourself.
Oh yeah, because it's hard.
It's hard times right now.
Yeah, yes, we gotta bring our picture closer.
Yeah, so moving on here. They were talking about President Trump with ships. I don't understand why is he blowing up these ships, because I understand they have drugs on them allegedly. Do we know that for sure? No, we don't know that for sure.
No.
Why don't we let those ships aboard the United States? You bust it and see if it's drugs on those ships.
Well, here's what
they've been doing forever. Now, why?
It says tensions surge as Trump's targets Colombia in expanding Caribbean drug war, right? So y'all take a listen to this.
President Gustavo Petro rejected Trump's accusations, describing himself as the main enemy of drugs in his country. A statement from the Colombian Foreign Ministry calls the comments, quote, a direct threat to national sovereignty. Still, President Trump isn't backing down.
They make drugs. They refine drugs. They make cocaine. They have cocaine factories. They have no fight against drugs.
This latest escalation follows a series of U.S. strikes on alleged drug boats in the region, the most recent this past Friday. Secretary of War Pete Hegseth posting on X that the vessel had connections to a Colombian terrorist organization and carried a substantial amount of narcotics. Pentagon Press Secretary Kingsley Wilson tells CBN News the U.S. military is defending the homeland at the direction of the president.
Every single one of these boats that is struck, countless American lives are saved. These individuals are narco-terrorists. They're trafficking illegal narcotics all over the hemisphere, poisoning our people, and it has to stop.
This is the 7th confirmed U.S. strike, leaving a total death toll of 32, while also raising questions about the administration's use of deadly force.
All these people have been blown up without us knowing their name, without any evidence or problem.
I can tell you that we know who these people are. We know what they're doing, where they're coming from, where they're going. There is absolutely no doubt that these individuals are narco-terrorists. One of the recent strikes was a semi-submersible submarine. You don't have a semi-submersible submarine if you're just a fisherman.
The U.S. military has amassed a large buildup in the Caribbean, including ships, fighter jets, and more than 4,500 Marines and sailors. Naval Station Roosevelt Roads in Puerto Rico also recently reopened. Friday, the administration released new images of military demonstrations off the coast of Venezuela, where it's now conducting, quote, training missions.
If you are a drug dealer, you're going to think twice, 3 times, 4 times before you go on a boat to traffic drugs to the Caribbean. So what we're going to see is a reduction in the inflow of drugs to the U.S. temporarily.
The pressure campaign has some questioning whether it's part of a broader strategy to oust Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro. Manhattan Institute fellow Daniel DiMartino, the founder of the Dissident Project, tells CBN News the Maduro regime and the Venezuelan drug trafficking organization are one and the same.
We either keep boats and military strikes on the Caribbean perpetually, or we stop the Maduro cartel once and for all, which is not only about drugs, it's also about illegal immigration, it's about crime, it's about Russia and China.
The Trump administration has repeatedly said it does not recognize Maduro as a legitimate head of state, but rather the leader of a drug cartel. In August, the administration offered a $50 million reward for information leading to his arrest. Caitlin Burke, CBN News, Washington.
Okay, so what I want to say, so my thing to that is this: that drugs is never going to stop coming into the United States.
No.
I don't give a dang what it is. They have to have drugs, they have to have crime, they have to have a balance, right? There's always going to be somebody that's going to commit a crime and want to do and want to get the money faster, whether it's everything isn't just going to go straight to scamming. And the reason why I'm saying that is because everything is on the computer, right? The computers can be tricked. The computers can be hacked. The computers, we know that already, right? That's where identity theft comes from. So the fact that he is targeting the cartel because of the threat that the cartel made is that's going to continue to be a problem, because the cartel isn't going to stop making threats. We don't know. We don't have an identity of what the cartel looks like. Everybody thinks that the cartel is made up Mexican or made up Colombian. There's other cultures that's involved in that's a part of the cartel. So for him to actually say that he's going to target just one race, the Colombians, for, assuming that they're over here disrupting the ICE administration or whatever, for it's part of Trump allowing them to arrest people. It's like the people against the government. That's what it's starting to look like, because even the white people that's not racist, the white people that's not racist is towing cars, is coming out in the street fighting with against the Mexicans, and continuously standing up in a lot of places. You've seen all those, all the states, including Minneapolis, where we're at, is had marched and protests for Trump to stop the shutdown, because of what the shutdown is doing to everybody, right? So, I just wanted to say that it's gonna get worse. So everybody needs to prepare.
What he's doing is trying to stir the pot to have a civil war against, like they say, a purge against blacks, whites, against Hispanic, against other cultural backgrounds, far as us people, the people in the United States. That's it. It can't be. That's what it seems like he's trying to gear it towards, because you can't touch him. You can't say anything. You can't go to the Capitol and mess with him or anything like that. He's untouchable. So it's like, let's start a pot and get these people to start killing each other and start stirring mayhem. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Look, you cutting down food stamps. Where are these people going to get food from? Now these people talking about going to rob stores and grocery stores because they got to feed their family. You know what I'm saying? So all you're doing is you stirring up confusion. You stirring up problems within the ecosystem here, and it's just trickling from corporate on down to the people.
Right. Yeah.
I don't know.
It definitely is. At this point, everybody's like, oh, get ready, stay ready, so you ain't got to get ready. What are you getting ready to do? Like the
What you
most
got to
that you
get
can do,
ready for, a
the
lot of
most you can do, the most you could do is have a gun, right? Or excuse me, a pew pew,
yeah,
right? The most you can have is
yeah,
one, and then you can have a lot of artillery, right? But who's to say that
right,
the people that come to you aren't in a better situation than you as far as artillery goes, right? I say myself, it's just all you have to do is pray, right?
yeah.
Because
You
it
have
could be
to.
all kind of confusion around you. It doesn't mean that it's gonna land on you and hurt you. So you just
Right.
have to get closer to God. That's definitely what's going
And
on.
I think it's gonna be a thing of being prepared, far as being stocked with food at home,
Okay.
non-perishables, being
Yep.
stocked where you, your home is secured. Your home can't be broken into. You have different. You have to build stuff and make stuff at home so you can have barriers where you can go off and hide in certain rooms of your house where you're not being reached. You know what I'm saying? So hey,
I mean, even then, okay, if somebody comes and they take hostage of your house and you're in a certain area of your house to where that the people can't get in, I mean, what do? They could set it on fire.
yeah, yeah. So
I'm
that's
saying,
another
then
crazy
what?
thing. You know what I'm
That
saying?
then
So
what? You know what I'm saying? They
right,
could set your house on fire. So you can't win for losing. All you can
yeah,
do is
that's
pray.
true.
You just have to pray to God that
Oh my
you're
God,
covered.
girl.
You're covered. That's the only thing that you can do. Like you
Yeah.
can't do anything else other than that. But
Mhm.
pray that the administration turns into something else, because the American people has definitely did a wrong thing by allowing this man to be in the office. There's not one thing, not one, not one, not one, not one, not one
Right.
that we have had that helped us. Not one,
Nope.
right? So he's here now, right? Doesn't look like he's going nowhere. Everybody keeps thinking,
Hmm.
oh, in 3 years it'll be better. That's not true. 3 years is gonna get worse.
No, it's not. It's gonna be worse. What she said? Pookie and Keisha and them sell they link, but will be the first ones to snatch and grab. It's time people gave to one another. If they can help, I pray it does not get that bad. Me too. I pray too. Because, honey, she said Pookie and Keisha, they ready to snatch and grab. Girl, God.
I mean, yeah, but just think, they're still gonna be trying to do that too. They lived, they paid their bills off of doing that, right? Right, Chill Will I hope
Right.
all of them didn't, right? But some
I
of
know
them,
that. Okay.
some of them, some of
See,
them
that's what she
sold them
called
to
Pookie and
pay a bill,
Keisha.
right?
Ah!
Yeah, some of them did. Um,
And some of them put it in the air.
some of them put it in the air. Yeah, some of them paid a bill and some of them put it in the air. You're right. Okay, on to
Man.
ending our last part of our podcast with entertainment, right? So there was an episode of a segment on the Breakfast Club, right? The
Yes,
Breakfast Club
yes.
had Gucci Mane and his wife Keisha K. Orr on there. Gucci Mane is a nicer person, as they're saying now, right? Because the whole time he's been out, everybody been talking about
Mm-hmm.
how he's evil, mean, and he's a jerk, right? Well, he said that he suffers from
Mm-hmm.
schizophrenia. He has a book out. Him and his wife went on the Breakfast Club to talk about the book and talk about his schizophrenia. Now,
Okay.
Nicki Minaj is very, very irritated by Gucci Mane and his wife, stating that Gucci Mane's wife, Keisha Kaur, um, has tried to be like her, and she took all these pictures and put all these pictures up, put, this picture, that picture, right? Okay. So she says that she's tried to be a Nicki
Right.
Minaj, and and she keeps him sedated, right? I haven't heard him speak out
Mm.
his response to it, because this Breakfast Club interview was Monday, I believe, right? And
Yeah, he did write he did a rap, and he
Okay,
roasted
what was the
Nicki Minaj really well.
he roasted Nicki Minaj? Could you pull it up?
I know one thing. He said, "Don't talk about my wife. My wife is technically better than you, or whatever." And it's just so many words he spit out. I was like, "Dang, I need to listen to this again. I only listen to it one time, so I need to go back and listen to it again." But he said she's the copycat, Nicki Minaj the copycat, and Nicki Minaj done copy the other rappers. So,
well, that's a fact.
But she
that is a
just
fact.
don't know. Gucci Mane, right? It is. Gucci Mane is a real gangster. He been in them streets back in his day. He'll pew with no problem. Leave that man alone. Why is you messing with them people affairs?
Yeah,
Let that man stay sedated.
He had already said that he had already stated that he had already stated that don't talk about his wife. You could talk about him, but don't talk about his wife. He had already stated that, right? And I must say, I applaud him for that, right? He already stated that when in an interview he did with Big Facts, I was listening to last night because I wanted to have some, conversation about, what we were gonna for us to elaborate on it more. What he stated in the Big Facts situation was he talked about how mature Jeezy was when him and Jeezy had the verses. He talked about that. Jeezy wasn't on none of that. Like Jeezy was genuine. I thought that for Gucci Mane, that was very real. And he said that he don't know if he could have did that. He don't know that if Jeezy would have did that to him, he would have been the same man. But he tipped his hat. He applaud like he said that a couple times. Like Jeezy was definitely mature and grown man to do the verses the way that it did, and there's no beef with nobody. He said he don't got no beef with no one. He said that he said sorry. He said when he has like had an episode with the schizophrenia and tweeted out some disrespectful stuff. He said some people don't forgive him though. Some people like gone on. He said I was laughing. He said they like go ahead. I don't want to hear what you gotta say. But a lot of people forgave him. Was like, okay, man, it's all good. He said he's learning to be that person.
Right. And instead of Nicki Minaj talking mess, she need to be saying, "Oh, that's a good woman taking care of her husband, making sure he take his meds, and acknowledging that he got mental health issues." You know what I'm saying? Because that's the barrier we go through right now. We don't want to admit, "Oh, we got these problems. We have that problem, that problem." We always want to seem like we have. Black people always want to seem like we have it all together all the time, and we don't. We need that help. And you know what I'm saying? We don't, and I don't have it all together. It might look like it, but I don't. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I get depressed. I do, you know what I'm saying? But functioning depression is a thing. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I pay homage to her, acknowledging and even talking about it.
Yeah, I mean, look at him. He admitted that he has schizophrenia and that he has to take meds. And she says she catches the episodes before they happen. And she said, and just to be a woman to come on a platform and say that he was disrespectful to her, he was talking down and disrespectful to her. And she was like, who are you talking to? That's not a way that you talk to your wife. That's not how you talk your wife. Oh, come on. Yeah, we need to, because she said that he would say stuff like, I don't want to talk to you. Who you, what?
Yeah. But what?
Got nothing to talk about, like getting smart with her, right? And she was like, "No, you can't do that like that to me."
Look, so she got him smooth together.
Yeah. So, I mean, hats off to them for the marriage, right? That and in marriage till death do you part. You definitely hold him down, and he holds you down, and that's their, that's their form that they came up with. I thought that was really cool. And he said, I thought this was cool too. He said what he's gonna do is in 2 years, it'll be in 2027, it'll be that they been married for 10 years. When they are married 10 years, they will come out with a book about how to keep a marriage together for 10 years in the spotlight.
Mm-hmm.
In the spotlight. So
Yeah,
I thought that was very, very, very genuine. But that's it, y'all. That's all we got. Thank you for tuning in to Meet the Shu. We are here live on Wednesdays and daily at 6 p.m. And we are here on Mondays and Fridays as well. Support the CASHAPP, Lena Beans Organic, and what, Sade?
Cashmere Lux hair products and Bossed Up Beauty. We're coming up with some new line of clothes, so stay tuned.
Black Friday, hey.